silent while we have the music. Thank you very much.
Welcome, everyone. We're here to present a musical salute to the 20th century. You'll travel through the musical time of each decade, featuring popular songs that will entertain you and paint a picture of what life in America was like at that time. Enjoy as we sing and celebrate the 20th century. Because the end of many of the songs transitions directly into the next song, please hold your applause until the end of each decade. We begin our musical adventure with the 1900s. Since you were much too young to remember anything from that decade, your parents probably told you that ragtime was the new syncopated jazz music. Baseball was the American pastime, and a stroll through the park was the thing to do after school. Those were the days when people took long walks in the park without counting their steps. Come on and hear, come on and hear, it's the best band in the land. They can play a bugle call like you never heard before. That's just the
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd.
During the second decade of the 20th century, America fought in World War I. The music of this time reflected a sense of patriotism with songs about our soldiers and our flag and songs about favorite places back home, like Broadway and Swanee.
Remember me to Herald Square. Tell all the gang and 42nd Street that I will soon be there. Whisper of how I'm yearning to mingle with the old time crowd. Give my regards to old Broadway. In my sweet little Alice blue gown, when I first wandered going to town, I was both proud and shy as I felt every eye, but in every shop window I dreamt passing by. Every heart beats true beneath the red, white, and blue. There's never a post or gray. But should old acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag.
The Roaring Twenties was a time when our country was growing and changing in many ways. Songs about moving west were popular, especially with the movie industry booming in California. By day, barbershop quartets serenaded audiences with mellow harmonies, and by night, the flappers danced lively dances like the Charleston. Now, truth be told, the Bluff Singers practiced dancing the Charleston, but under an abundance of caution and advice from legal counsel, we decided to delete it from the program.
Heart of my heart, I love that melody. Heart of my heart brings back a memory. When we were
Kids on the corner of the street, we were rough and ready guys. Oh, how we could harmonize. Heart of my heart, and friends were dearer then. Too bad we had to part. One ear would listen if once more I could listen to tune and name that sang
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again.
I'm glad that clouds so dark up above, the stars in my heart and your love. Let the storms chase and under the rain, I must smile on my face. I'll walk down the lane with a happy refrain and singing, singing in the rain.
When the chorus sang, "When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you," I was reminded of the old saying, "Laugh and the world laughs with you." That saying applies to most everything except golf. Play golf and the world laughs at you. The 1930s, in spite of the Depression, gave birth to many wonderful songs. For much of the decade, Broadway was booming in New York City, and the movie industry was growing by leaps and bounds in Hollywood. Music became a very important part of the movies. Some of the songs first featured in films of this decade became the most popular songs on the radio. One of the most memorable movie songs was Over the Rainbow, made famous by a young Judy Garland in The Wizard of Oz. How many others do you remember from your early days in the cradle? The rumble of the subway trains, the rattle of the taxis, the daffodils who entertain at Angelo and Maxie's. Broadway baby says goodnight. It's early in the morning, and babies don't sleep tight until we're gone. Good night, baby. Good night. Milkman's on his way. Sleep tight, baby. Sleep tight. Let's call it a day. Listen to the lullaby of old Broadway. During the 1940s, the big bands blasted live at the dance halls or on the radio as the family gathered to listen to their favorite programs. The music was syncopated and some of the words were silly, but it's impossible to sit still and listen to big bands roar. I miss the 1940s when bread was still good for you and no one knew what kale was.
There was a man like you and me, as simple as a man could ever be. He was happy as a king, except for one thing, cute thing. He had a clock that worked all right. It worked all right, but not exactly quite. Instead of going tick-tock, tick, the crazy clock went tock-tick-tock. Poor man just waved and prayed, 'cause nobody could say why his silly clock behaved like a hickory way. But now a famous man is he. He owns a public curiosity. From far and wide the people flock to hear the stink of ale and law. You make me feel so young. You make me feel so spring has sprung. And every time I see you wink, I'm such a happy individual. Knowing that you speak, I wanna go play hide and seek. I wanna go where love's not blue, just like a torn balloon. You and I are just like a couple of clowns riding across the meadow, picking up lots of forget-me-nots. You make me feel so young. You make me feel so close to the sun, close to the ground and the wonderful fate to the sun. And even when I'm old and gray, I'm gonna feel the way I do today. 'Cause you and me, oh yes, you make me feel so young. You make me feel so young.
In the 1950s, I was 14 years old. Oh, how I would love to be 14 again and ruin my life completely differently. I have so many new ideas. In the late 1940s, a new musical play hit the stage and captured the hearts of Americans everywhere. It was called Oklahoma, written by Rodgers and Hammerstein. Its opening song, "Oh, What a Beautiful Morning," which you will hear in a minute, brought hope and optimism to a country tired of war and strife. Nothing captures the musical experience of the 1950s and beyond more than the large-scale Broadway musicals. Nothing typifies this genre of music better than the tunes of Richard Rodgers and the lyrics of Oscar Hammerstein. The Bluff Singers have devoted this last portion of our program to the music of Rodgers and Hammerstein. Between 1945 and 1960, they wrote over a dozen musical musicals. The first was Oklahoma, and the last was The Sound of Music. In between, there were such hits as South Pacific, Carousel, The King and I, State Fair, The Flower Drum Song, and Cinderella. Songs from those shows still thrill and entertain us well into the 20th century. So, sit back, listen, and tap your toes to a medley of tunes from Rodgers and Hammerstein on Broadway.
There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The corn is as high as an elephant's eye, and it looks like it's climbing clear up to the sky. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. All the cattle are standing like statues. All the cattle are standing like statues. They don't move their heads as they see me ride by. But a little brown maverick is winking her eye. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day.
beginning, a very good place to start. When you read, you begin with A, B, C. When you sing, you begin with Do, Re, Mi. Do, a deer, a female deer. Re, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. Far, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. La, a note to follow. So, tea, a drink with jam and bread. That will bring us back to do, oh, oh, oh.
We got sunlight on the sand, we got moonlight on the sea.
We got mandrels and bananas you can pick right off the tree.
We got volleyball and ping pong and a lot of dandy games.
What ain't we got? We ain't got dames. There is nothing like a dame, nothing in the world. There is nothing you can name that is anything like a dame.
There's no books like a dame.
And nothing looks like a dame.
There are no drinks like a dame.
And nothing thinks like a dame.
And nothing acts like a dame.
Or attracts like a dame. There ain't a thing that's wrong with any man here that can't be cured by putting him near a girly, womanly, female, feminine dame.
and I listen for one more sound, for one more lovely thing that the hills might say.
That is all of our musical program for today. Thank you all for coming. Your generous applause is our greatest reward. Please join us for refreshments in the narthex after one more round of applause for the Bluff Singers, our accompanist Ella Hyam, and our director, Marion Winters. Yay!